You
Sorry for the late start, everyone.
didn't send it out yet.
In addition to the regular meeting, we also have the Board of Elections meeting today, so I'm going to call that meeting to order for the Northumberland County Board of Elections. And would all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A moment of silence. Have any public input on agenda items only? Okay, seeing none, a motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the May 6th Election Board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. A motion is needed to ratify the following reports. We have the 2025 Municipal Primary Certification of Election Returns, the Northumberland County Certification of Computation and Final Certification, a survey of polling place accessibility for the elderly and persons with a disability count summary sheet, the Election Integrity Post-Election Report, and the Election Integrity Grant Application. And do we have any comments from that, on this? Okay, all right. We'll need a motion to
So
pass.
moved.
Second.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so thank you very much. That it passes. Is there any old business? Okay. Our new business, important dates. October 20th, 2025 is the last day to register to be eligible to vote at the ensuing November election. October 25th at 5 p.m. is the last day to apply for absentee mail-in ballot for the November election. November 4th, all absentee mail-in ballots, with the exception of military and overseas voters, must be received by the County Board of Elections at the Northumberland County Board of Elections office no later than 8 p.m. And finally, November 4th, 2025 will be the general election. Polls will open at 7 o'clock a.m. and be open until 8 o'clock p.m. Do we have any public input on the election board meeting? Okay.
Lindsay, don't you have anything? Okay. All right. I thought you were hiding back there.
All right. Seeing no public input, we will recess to the public meeting for the county.
Okay. I will call to order the Northumberland County Commissioners public meeting, monthly meeting. The first thing we're going to do today, because we have two young men here that have their four-wheelers revving up outside and they want to get back. They only travel by four-wheelers. They don't have cars. They don't have anything else. And I don't know, many years ago, well, not that many, but years ago, the AOA and the commissioners met, and we felt that a lot of the AOA was doing such a great job and growing and everything. And they came to me and said, "Hey, we'd like to start doing something for the county." And this started, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, 6 years ago. And it seems every year they come up with a more amount, and it's something. So I always said the people in that lower end know what the AOA is, but the people up in the northern end think, what are they getting out of it? Well, today, when you guys make your presentation, you'll see that we do get a large amount of money that helps support other things that we do in the county, and we're very appreciative of it. And maybe you guys want to speak, and then we'll get a picture, and then you can get them four-wheelers back out of the way.
First of all, Dave, before you say anything, Commissioner, I'd like to correct him on a few things. First of all, you guys, your four-wheeling days are over. You don't drive four-wheeler. You do those side-by-sides with the air conditioning, TV sets.
That is correct.
The whole,
Yes.
it's pretty nice. I think you even have it in the back seat. You have a little mini bar back there.
And we've graduated to the bougie mobiles.
Yeah, you have
out on
the first
on the
class. You're
property.
driving
Yes.
really nice stuff now.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right. First and foremost, thank you so much for the support that we get from the county. And we are truly blessed that we're now in this 11 and a half years. Never would have thought it was going to go by this quick. But we are truly blessed that we're able to donate this cash, one, to the county, but also what we do to the other local communities at the end of the year. Shamokin gets a cash donation, Zerby Township, East West Cameron, Cole Township, Mount Carmel Township. And then we also do our big benefit event in September called Fight the Blight. And that money is raised that goes to the Northumberland County Housing Authority to tear down the blighted homes. So that is another a way to raise funds to help tear down some of these blighted homes that we have in the area. But this donation check, every year, we're blessed that we're able to do this, and blessed that this project continues to grow and grow. And, where we are today at 50,000 visitors a year, we're looking more. We have more events planned. We have more things that we want to do on the property to attract more of the tourism to lower Northumberland County. And it's only going to get bigger. But again, thank you all for the support that we get from the county commissioners on this entire project. So I can't thank you again.
So you want pictures of these guys can get going, okay? So why don't you come up here?
Thank you, Dave. Yep, you guys do a great job. And Barry Yarworth.
The white angle.
Get in there, guys.
Sideways.
Everybody, hold your stomachs in it.
Got to do it this way.
Larry will make it good.
There's not that
Larry
much
will
room.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I'd just like to say one thing.
Thank you.
While Porzy said, we're there 11 and a half years, we're operating 11 and a half years. The whole AOA concept started in 1997, and we had a lot of ups, we had a lot of downs. Persistence paid off. We made promises, and one of the promises we said from the inception was we always wanted to give back. Taking time. Started with a pen and a clipboard. Said, I want to give back. And we've been doing it, and this is part of it. And thank you.
By the way,
Thank you.
Barry and Dave are not twins, so.
Good seeing you, Jared. Thank you.
And so everyone's aware that check was for $102,000. So it does help us out in the county.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
So the second presentation has been postponed due to a request to schedule at the next meeting. Peggy couldn't make it due to a injury that she obtained. So we're going to, and this is something Peggy does for the airport down on the island every year. She donates to the veterans, and she just let us know right before the meeting that she couldn't make it. So we'll schedule it for the next meeting and do that presentation from then. Okay? Okay, Nathan, you're up.
So at this point, we'll ask for citizens' input on agenda items only. Hearing and seeing none, a motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' public meeting, which was held on Tuesday, July 1st, 2025.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels payrolls as submitted by the Human Resource Office for payroll number 14 in the amount of $746,361.34, and payroll number 15 in the amount of $742,800.74, and payroll number 16 in the amount of $754,091.08.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels bills as submitted by the county controller in the amount of $8,032,871.01 from June 21st, 2025 to August 1st, 2025.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Under announcements, a work session will be held on Tuesday, August 19th, 2025, beginning at 10 a.m. in the Commissioners' Conference Room. The next regular public meeting will be held on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025 at 1 p.m. in the Public Meeting Room at the Administration Center at 399 Stadium Drive in Sunbury. Northumberland County Courthouse, Administration Center, and related county facilities will be closed on Monday, September 1st, 2025 in observance of the Labor Day holiday. The next prison board meeting will be held on Wednesday, August 6, 2025 at 11 a.m. in the public meeting room at the Administration Center at 399 Stadium Drive in Sunbury. A motion is needed to approve the employee status sheet list of new hires, individuals no longer employed, promotions, demotions, and transfers as item number 1 through 24.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the following reports, which includes the co-royalty report as submitted by the county engineer, the Tax Claims Bureau report, and the monthly fiscal status sheets from the Weatherization Department.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
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 Motion carries.
Motion is needed for the Commissioners to sign the state tax equalization voucher for transfers of real estate for the month of June 2025 as submitted by the Assessment Office.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to grant permission to advertise the following. This includes, there will be a public hearing for the 2025-2026 budget plan for the Northumberland County Area Agency on Aging, Thursday, September 18, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the Northumberland County Area Agency on Aging Office Complex. At the Northumberland County Area Agency on Aging Office Complex, 322 North 2nd Street, Sunbury, PA 17801. For a public notice, petition to close Northumberland County Bridge number 124, BMS number 49-7219-0430-0124, which is a bridge that lies on Hollow Road T-430 between Schwaben Creek Road and Wolf Road over Schwaben Creek in Washington Township as submitted by the county engineer. Request for bids for county-owned vehicles as submitted by the chief clerk. Request for bids repairs to County Bridge number 2 is requested by the county engineer. Request for proposals for home HVAC system repair and replacement on behalf of the Weatherization Department, and a job fair at the Northumberland County Fair 2025 by the following Human Services Department, which include Children and Youth, Behavioral Health and Intellectual Disabilities, and Area Agency on Aging and Veterans Affairs.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
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 Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the Northumberland County Commissioners to extend the contract with Central Susquehanna Opportunities, Inc., CSO, to provide mental health counseling services to inmates at the Northumberland County Prison. The extension is effective July 27th to December 31st, 2025, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
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 Motion carries.
A motion is needed to vote on the rescission of policy number HS-3.0, telework, as listed in the Northumberland County Policy Manual, effective 8/11/2025.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the following City of Sunbury Tax Collector Treasurer Office salary adjustments as listed below in the public meeting agenda, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the 2% wage increase for the City of Sunbury Tax Collector Treasurer's Office, effective beginning 1/1/2026.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the payment of $20,000 annually to the City of Sunbury from Northumberland County as the county share of expenses of the tax collection services provided by the City of Sunbury Tax Collectors and Treasurer's Office on behalf of Northumberland County, effective 1/1/2026 through 12/31/2029.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorizing travel requests and attendance at the following workshop seminars as in accordance with the county's personnel manual travel reimbursement policy. These include aging, VHIDS, commissioners, drug and alcohol, juvenile probation, and the prothonotary.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to adopt the budget amendment as listed in the public meeting agenda.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to rescind motion number 19 on public meeting agenda held on June 30, 2025 regarding the distribution of $73,644 to the Housing Authority of Northumberland County according to the ordinance number O-04-17 Northumberland County Demolition Fund under Act 152 of 2016, as this ordinance is currently under review.
So moved.
Second, on the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the sublease agreement addendum with Community Services Group Community Services, Inc., CSG, to reduce the lease square footage to 10,588 square feet, thereby reducing sublease rent to $85,127.52 per year, or $7,093.96 per month. And this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion will be needed to accept or reject the fact-finding recommendations in the matter of fact-finding between Northumberland County and AFSCME DC 86 Local Number 2016, effective 7/28/2025.
Before we make a motion on this, I want to explain, a fact-finding is not a binding ruling. We have agreed to go to fact-finding. Jennifer, the groups involved were 911, weatherization, and maintenance, or maintenance departments, and tax assessment, and the Treasurer's Department too. So these are employees, and the fact-finding came back, and we, as the commissioners, looked over it, and we're going to vote on this, however we're going to vote today. But myself, everything on that fact-finding thing I agreed with, except what I felt was compensation wage-wise. And so therefore, I'm going to decide my vote. But I think this is something that can be discussed with those groups going forward with negotiations. But I'm not happy with that amount. Everything else I would agree to if we're willing to sit down and work that out, and I think we are. And because I don't want to get into a situation somewhere down the line that maybe the commissioners are going to have to sit here and make some hard decisions if we can't come up with what we need to financially. So that's my position on it. I don't know, again, we have to make a motion to either accept or reject it. So we will wait for that. I don't know if anybody has anything else to say, and then we'll see if there's a motion. I'm assuming we have to do one or the other, right, Frank? Yeah. So we will do one or the other. And I can make the motion? Okay, I'll make the motion that we reject the fact-finding that we came back with those groups.
Second it.
Anybody on the question? Again, hopefully it can be still worked out, and we don't have to go to the next stage, but wherever, this is where we're at. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the commissioners to execute the contract with Medici Inc., with Minichi Inc., DuPont for the structure rehabilitation, County Bridge number 70 on behalf of the engineering department. This is a ratification.
So
I'd like
moved.
to repeat that, Nathan.
I brought up the Medicis instead of Minichi.
I don't know if I heard it. Did you hear it, Joe?
I heard it.
Okay.
Pronunciation wasn't real good, but I got the message.
All right.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to amend the following policies of the Northumberland County Personnel Policy Manual effective 8/11/2025. For numbers 1 and 2 will be 8/11/25, and amendment to the agenda would be a policy number 3, the travel policy, effective 9/8/2025.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to request additional funding in the amount of $1.5 million from the Department of Community and Economic Development, DCED, for the Herndon Borough Jackson Township Joint Municipal Authority, HBJTJMA, Route 147 Waterline Replacement Project from CDBG, CV, or discretionary funding, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, Tanya, our wonderful Tanya, do we need to still have this passed or not? What would you say on that? Should we still pass it just in case? And the reason I'm asking this, as when I walked in here, Tanya told us we got the extra $1.5 million we needed to pay for the Herndon project. And I think the total on that, Tanya, was what, over $3 million? So Herndon is going to get $3.2 million for a water project that they have water lines that are basically rusting out, brittle, and we were $1.5 million short. But Tanya just was notified, and we have to thank Senator Linda right? Culver, I don't know who else was involved in that, Mr. Fetterman's? No? Mr. McCormick? Boy, I'm hitting it good, ain't Frank? Frank's smiling here. It was just the county.
County's letter and the letter from Senator Culver that were submitted.
That was it. Well, then we have Linda to thank, and Herndon has Linda to thank.
Just add something to that. Over the weekend, there was a fire down in been now
It wasn't only affecting the water going to the homes, it was also affecting the low pressure in the hydrants. We had enough money to do half the project, which we have met with Herndon's people, I think a week or two ago, and explained that. But due to the help of Senator Culver and Tanya and everybody else, who we said we were going to try to get the rest of the money. It's faster than I thought we were going to get it. So should we still go ahead and pass this, Frank, or not?
Can't hurt to ask, and if you decide
If
otherwise.
we pass it and we don't need it, right?
Right.
Okay, so we had a first, right, Joe? You want to make a motion?
So moved, yes.
So then on the question,
Absolutely.
we had the question, we're grateful. Larry, that's a big thing for Herndon, okay? And all in favor, state aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Hopefully, we don't need to do any of this. Great. Thank you, Tanya.
A motion is needed to approve 2021 Professional and Administrative Services Agreement, Amendment 3 for Section 1 Services. Activity development shall be amended to increase Northumberland County's environmental review fee by $4,000 for Housing Authority of Northumberland County, Hank, elimination of slum blight, Phase 3. Enforcement of Davis-Bacon and related acts shall be amended to add the $1,700 fee to the Hank elimination of slum blight, Phase 3 project, and remove the $2,300 fee for Hank elimination of slum blight, Phase 2 project.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve 2022 Professional and Administrative Services Agreement, Amendment 1 for Section Services. Activity development shall be amended to remove Northumberland County's environmental review fee by $4,000 for East District Road Area Reconstruction Project and remove $4,000 for the Milton Removal of Architectural Barriers Project. Enforcement of Davis-Bacon and related acts shall be amended to remove the $3,100 fee to the Milton Removal of Architectural Barriers Project.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to revise $19,416 from the FFY 2022 Community Development Block Grant Contract Number 0000846673 Elderly Veterans Housing Project to the Herndon Borough Jackson Township Joint Municipal Authority Route 147 Waterline Replacement Project.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to revise $15,000 from the FFY 2022 contract number C0000846673 Sewer Laterals Project and $40,110 from FFY 2023 C number 0000899625 Housing Rehabilitation into the RAB Township Gym Phase 2 project.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to revise $4,589.03 from FFY 2022 contract number C0000846673 from demolition to demolition 2023.
So moved. Yep.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to adopt CDBG Home Program Procurement Policy and Administration of the Federal Community Development Block Grant CDBG Program and/or the Home Investment Partnership Program.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute Northumberland County Fair 2025 Hold Harmless Agreement for Human Services Job Fair.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to exonerate the outstanding county taxes due and owning of the following properties, subject to the redevelopment authority of the City of Shamokin taking ownership of the same, and the other taxing bodies being the City of Shamokin and the Shamokin Area School District, likewise forgiving the property taxes on the properties. These properties include 115 East Birch Street, parcel number 010-01-002-303, 29 North Shamokin Street, parcel number 013-01-005-101, 917 East Chestnut Street, parcel number 013-01-005-255, 326 West Spruce Street, parcel number 014-01-006-214, 710 North 6th Street, parcel number 017-01-009-004, 221 West Sunbury Street, parcel number 017-01-009-050, and 601 to 603 North First Street, parcel number 018-01-010-246.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question,
I'd just like to say thank you to the people of Shamokin and the Redevelopment Authority for taking these steps to get aggressive on blight. This has definitely been plaguing our county, and I appreciate that they're stepping up to do this, so.
anyone else? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Mr. Garrigan, you have a lot here.
Yes, I do, Mr. Chairman.
Slow down.
No, I shan't. Motion to adopt Resolution 16-25, resolution authorizing the Northumberland County Solicitor to file a petition to close Northumberland County Bridge Number 124 BMS 49-7219-0430-0124, which lies on Hollow Road T430 between Schwaben Creek Road and Wolf Road, and traverses Schwaben Creek in Washington Township upon recommendation of the Northumberland County Engineer.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution 17-25, agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Senior and Social Services and the named service providers as listed, numbers 1 through 54. The above agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports are not with county employees, nor does their organizational contract list county employees as principals in their corporation or on their board of directors, with the exception of contracts with CSO, as Controller Grayson is a member of the CSO board.
So moved.
Seconded.
Joe has asked that you read each one of these, Frank? No, I'm okay.
Are you buying dinner then, Sam?
On the-
We'll be here till dinner time,
on
so
the
if you're
question.
buying dinner.
Is there anybody on the question? No? Chris? No? You don't want Frank to read them? Okay. All right, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R 18-25, Northumberland County Commissioners appoint a complaint compliance officer, the county's chief clerk, and establish a complaint procedure according to Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 as a recipient of funding through the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Resolution number R 19-25, Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the Northumberland County's policy against excessive force related to nonviolent civil rights demonstrations in accordance with PL 101 through 144, Section 519, as a recipient of funding through the Community Development Block Grant Program.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R 20-25, Northumberland County Commissioners plan readoption of Section 504 Resolution, Fair Housing Resolution, Anti-Displacement Plan, and signed resolution as a recipient of funding through the Community Development Block Grant Program.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R 21-25, Northumberland County Commissioners appoint a Section 504 compliance officer, the county's chief clerk, and establish a grievance procedure according to the federal and state regulations as a recipient of funding through the Community Development Block Grant Program.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R22-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached residential anti-displacement and relocation policy as required to comply with 49 CFR Part 24 in the use of Community Development Block Grant or Home Investment Partnership Program funds.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R23-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached Citizen Participation Plan as required to comply with the Community Development Block Grant Program regulations when utilizing CDBG funds, including entitlements of the following Northumberland County municipalities: Delaware Township, Milton Borough, Mount Carmel Borough, and Ralph Township.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R24-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached compliant procedure in regard to Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 as grantee of Community Development Block Grant funds.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution 25-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached Code of Conduct as recipient of funding through the Community Development Block Grant Program.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution 26-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached Minority and Women's Business Enterprise, MeBe Action Plan, as required to comply with Executive Orders 11625, 12138, and 12432, HUD Acquisition Regulations, PAR 2426-.70, and Title 24, Part 85.36E of the Code of Federal Regulations as recipient of funding through the Community Development Block Grant Program.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution 27-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached Financial Management Plan in regard to the Community Development Block Grant Program and to comply with the County Code and Department of Community and Economic Development eligibility and fundability guidelines.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution 28-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached Integrity Policy as a recipient of the Community Development Block Grant Program funds and to comply with the Department of Community and Economic Development contract integrity provisions.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution 29-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached Section 3 Action Plan as the same pertains to the following Community Development Financial Assistance Programs: Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, Home Investment Partnership, Housing Trust Fund, HTF, Neighborhood Stabilization Program Grants, NSP 1, 2, and 3, Housing Opportunities for Persons with AIDS, HOPWA, Emergency Solutions Grants, ESG, Economic Stimulus Funds, Healthy Homes Production Grants, Rental Assistant Demonstration, and to comply with Section 3 requirements as they pertain to the aforesaid programs pursuant to 24 CFR Part 75.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye. Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R30-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached CDBG Program and Income Revitalization Plan as a recipient of Community Development Block Grant Program funds and to comply with the Department of Community and Economic Development, DCED regulations as they pertain to any revenue generated via the use of CDBG funds.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R31-25. Northumberland County Commissioners adopt the attached 504 grievance procedure, notice of Northumberland County, Section 504 compliance officer and process procedure, Section 504 plan guidance for Northumberland, I think that's probably Northumberland County, self-evaluation program for and checklist of administrative requirements, checklist of employment requirements, checklist of facility accessibility and transition plan for programs and activities administered by the county through CEDACOG pertaining to federal financial assistance and comply with Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, 29 U.S.C. Section 794.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Frank, outstanding job.
Is that it, Frank? Do you have any more stuff to do?
That's it.
Okay, old business, new business. Before we get public, I know we have some people wanting to speak in the public input, but on new business, I think as the commissioners, I would like to reach out and introduce our new Children and Youth Director, Cleveland Way. We interviewed him a while back. He started, I think, last week, and we're just so happy. We're just so happy for him to be here. I don't know if Cleveland has anything to say, but he had great credentials, and we feel, he has our support 100%, and we feel he's going to do a great job. He joins our other two, Manny and Olivia, who are with BHIDS and Area Aging, and I just think we have a great team with their people, our directors, and the people under them, and we just want to welcome you, and again, if you have anything you'd like to say, I don't know, Larry, if you want to interview him at all at the end, but we're very happy to have you.
Thank you. I have nothing to say to stop, but thank you for
Okay.
very much for
Okay, then I guess we're up to
Public comment?
Mr. Barnhart.
Yep. Is there any public comment at this time?
Ladies first. You're out.
Sorry about that, guys. My name is Heather Molesky, and I'm a board member of the Northumberland County Redevelopment Authority. Following a period of inactivity, the RDA, under the leadership of our chairman, John Wiscavige, reactivated in January of 2025, following approval from the Northumberland County Commissioners. This reactivation was prompted by the significant number of dilapidated properties throughout different communities, impacting the community's appearance and posing potential safety and health risks. Our primary objectives are to encourage property owners to bring their properties up to code and to provide alternative solutions for properties beyond repair. This may include exploring options such as demolition, land banking, or other redevelopment strategies. To maximize our effectiveness, we have transitioned to a bi-weekly meeting schedule incorporating both workshops and formal board meetings. I am here today to request the Commissioner's assistance with the following. First, we request approval to receive the $250 fees collected by the Northumberland County Tax Claim Bureau and the Northumberland County Sheriffs from purchase at real estate tax sales and judicial mortgage foreclosure auctions, as outlined in Ordinance O-01-25. To be promptly deposited into a bank account that is established by the Northumberland County Redevelopment Authority. These funds would be vital if the authority should legally acquire blighted houses through one of the following three options: eminent domain, a court-appointed conservatorship, or through land banking. Second, we seek approval to reestablish a blighted property reinvestment board to assist the RDA. This committee would collaborate with code enforcement officers across the county to work directly with homeowners to address code violations and facilitate property improvements. The Blighted Property Reinvestment Board's main goal is to work with the owner of the blighted property to come up with a plan for compliance and see it through, so it doesn't get forwarded to the RDA. This proactive approach aims to improve property values and enhance community aesthetics. If all avenues should become exhausted with the owner of the blighted property by the Blighted Property Reinvestment Board, then the RDA can acquire the blighted property through eminent domain or court-appointed conservatorship. The blighted property is then officially certified as a blighted through the Planning Commission, and then the RDA can start the legal proceedings to acquire that property. We would also like to make a request to start welcoming applications for 4 qualified memberships to serve on this Blighted Property Reinvestment Board before the Northumberland County Commissioners pass this ordinance of 0-01-25 at next month's Commissioners meeting. These 4 qualified members would consist of people from around the county. If it is approved as requested, we also request the approval to post and add in either the news item or also on Northumberland County's website for qualified members to apply to sit on the Blighted Property Reinvestment Board. We appreciate your time and consideration of these requests. We would also like to take this time to thank the commissioners for relaunching the Redevelopment Authority. We believe these actions will significantly benefit Northumberland County. Thank you.
And I'll make a statement on that before we even look at that. We appreciate, what the RDA is doing. I know when that was brought to redevelop the RDA and you came up with bylaws, one of the things I think the commissioners wanted to make sure anything that you do, that it would have to go through the commissioners. So you guys would come up with properties or whatever, and they would bring it to the commissioners for approval. That was one of the things I did like. But I will say we also have another housing authority that has been very successful over the many years, and that as commissioners, we're going to have to sit down and figure out which ones we think will, or maybe sharing in the funding that we're getting, so that blight is addressed in the best manner that possibly could be. So I appreciate all your requests. I have to sit down and know exactly what each one of those things were, because you just saying them doesn't mean I'm going to approve anything unless I know what it's all about. But again, we have another housing authority that we're not blanking out. They have been successful not only in blight, but also in, building housing in other places. So if there's a way it can be work in collaboration or something, I think would be beneficial. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'd like to know what each one of these groups that you want to do, how much independence they would have and how much, we would have some input in, because sometimes you get too many people involved and too many people have too many ideas and we don't get nothing done. I think we should, sit down with both boards, this board and the Housing Authority, maybe work something out. Or again, at this point, maybe this is too new and we have to go forward with the housing only. I don't know those answers yet, but I'd be very happy to sit down with you on all these boards that you want to do. Who's going to appoint these people? What will these people is? I think we already have somewhere back in the ancient files a Find the Blight Housing Authority, right, Megan?
Yeah, it was interesting because, I guess when we established the Northumberland County RDA, it was actually a relaunch, which created some complications. And then also, too, there was a Blight Reinvestment Board, which was also, it was a committee, but we actually have to establish it by ordinance. So that'll be it's just part of the legal process. So
before any of that's done, I need to know what it's all about. I need to know who's, what does this board have to say, because I don't want to cause any issues. I think whatever we feel as commissioners is best to get rid of blight in our county, that's the directions we're going to go in. But right now, I don't know that answer. I know we have one board, the Housing Authority, that does a very good job, and I know we have another board that's very anxious on getting started in a different way of taking care of blight. I think we have to sit down and look at all that before, but we'll look forward to meeting with everybody and getting it explained. Okay? I guess is that Mr. Barnhart, you are up, sir.
I'm John Barnhart. I'm a Sunbury City Councilman. I'm also a worshipful master of Lodge 22 here in Sunbury. I like Bob Zimmerman, past master, is a trustee of the lodge, and Greg Wenrick. You guys want to come up? Oh, geez, I lost it. There it is. We'll talk to you about the Liberty Tree. The Grand Master of Pennsylvania wants a Liberty Tree planted in every county in Pennsylvania. He wants to go with the county seats. He's trying to keep it there. So I can give you a brief history of the Liberty Tree. It was a prominent symbol of the American Revolution, specifically a large elm tree in Boston that became a gathering place for colonists to protest British rule. It was used by the Sons of Liberty, a secret society advocating for colonial rights, to stage protests against British taxation and policies. The tree was eventually cut down by British troops in 1775. You want to know more about it, you can look that up on your time. But so we were looking to plant a tree in Sunbury. And before you give me a quick no, give me a slow yes, all right? We wanted to plant it where you cut all the trees down alongside the courthouse. And I know the roots and everything's a problem here. So was our plan, and Bob, you want to tell him what the...
Okay, just a little bit of history behind this. As he mentioned, the Masons have reached out for the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding in 2026. Pennsylvania Freemasons have partnered with the U.S. Semi-Quincentennial Commission to sponsor these plantings of Liberty trees. It's already been done in Union County. They're successful. Snyder County's established a date. I believe it's October 11th, if I'm not correct, or if I'm not sure, but I think it is. And we were hoping to do something on October 11th ourselves, which gives us about 2 months to dot I's and cross T's and work things out with the county. So with that in mind, let maybe Mr. Wenrick fill in anything that I didn't fill in.
Yeah, the Liberty Tree, I was part of the celebration up at Union County. They put it close to a horse. An honor to be part of that. The Liberty trees that are being planted are part of they're a descendant of the original Liberty tree. The Liberty tree is an elm tree, American elm tree. Said, county and the state is going to somewhere have a Liberty tree planted. And our hope was to try to have it as close to Fort Augusta that we can, but we definitely would like to have it in somewhere in the city of Sunbury.
And you weren't our first choice, sorry, but we asked the Northumberland County Historic Society for up by Fort Augusta, and they said no.
They don't have enough room.
No, so I was thinking the trunk does get around 3 to 4 foot wide. The roots go out more than they go down. I don't know that's going to be a problem, but I thought right next to the courthouse would be a nice symbol for the courthouse there. It's symbolic for the elm tree which represented liberty and freedom. So
I think it's something we would like to undertake. I'm not sure where we would put it. I think we'd have to talk about it, but maybe we can work with you guys and come up with if it's not the courthouse, somewhere that would be a very reasonable place to put it. Those trees that we took down at the courthouse were a pain in the neck.
This would only be one tree, and when it's
I know.
a pain in the neck, we'll be long gone. So.
Well, maybe. Let's
About 250 years, so it's a long-lasting tree.
let us try and think about it. Maybe we can make an appointment. You guys come in, and we'll in a couple weeks, and we'll try to figure something out. Maybe the courthouse is the place. I don't know.
I'd like to include Councilman Ister on that, since he's with Parks and Recs. Maybe he has an idea also.
Well, let's look into it. I think it's a great project, and we will have an elm tree somewhere, I'm sure, in
The
the
goal
summer.
is October 11th.
Right.
One of the things that happened in Union County as an example, the county commissioners were there. They were invited to attend. A couple of the state representatives were there, and lodge members, because the Mason, it's a Masonic project. So just to give you an idea what's planned for the celebration. Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure something out. We'll find a place for it if it's not there. All right, thank you guys for all you do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it? Done? Anyone else? I know, Justin, you look like you're ready to talk. You have anything, Justin? You sure? You're getting your opportunity. You can say whatever you want. Okay. That's a good one. Okay, then, I guess the meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everyone, for coming.